Hey Launch students, it's Miss Jenny, and welcome to week 19 of our lessons. This week we are continuing our lessons on Lent, but this time we are going to be moving back into the New Testament. We are going to be talking about Jesus' life. If you remember, during Lent, one of the things that we do is we look back at Jesus' life and we remember all the things that he taught us, all the things that he did for us, because one day he's going to die for us, and we want to remember his life and all the things that he lived for. So this week we're back in the New Testament, which is stories about Jesus. Last time we had talked about Lent and good choices through God's 10 rules. Now we're going to be talking about our new Bible point, which is Jesus shows us how to live. And when I say that, you're going to say, copy Jesus. So again, this week, we're going to be learning about how Jesus shows us how to live. Copy Jesus. For the next 4 weeks, we are going to be learning about how Jesus shows us how to live. And we're going to be talking about how we can copy Jesus with all the things that he taught us here on earth. This week, we are specifically going to be talking about how Jesus shows us how to live, copy Jesus, in community, which means that Jesus told us that we need to have others help us. We're going to be talking more about that in today's story. Let's go ahead and learn our new Bible verse for this week. Remember, a Bible verse are words straight from the Bible, God's words. This week's Bible verse says, "O Lord, you alone are my hope." And that is from the book of Psalms. Let's go ahead and try that again. You're going to do the sign for Lord with me, which is making an L. I know it's a little backwards to you. We're going to make the sign L, and it's going across our chest. So you're going to say, "O Lord, you alone," and point to heaven, "are my hope." Let's try that one more time. "O Lord, you alone are my hope." If we want to make it through this life, if we want to have a good and a happy life, the only way that we can hope to do that is by knowing and following God and doing what he tells us to do. Well, who taught us the most about how to follow God? Jesus did. That's right. We're going to be learning about how Jesus shows us how to live. Copy Jesus. We want to copy Jesus and what he did. He showed us the right way to live on earth. And if we have any hope of wanting to have a good life, we need to follow what Jesus did. We need to copy him, and we need to learn from what he did. One of the first things that Jesus taught us when he started his ministry, which was his job telling us about God, was that he got a group of helpers to help him. Even Jesus needed help. That should tell us that if Jesus needed help, and if Jesus shows us how to live, copy Jesus, what do you think we need? Helpers. That's right. And people in our lives, in our community, in our church. And we're going to be talking some more about some of the helpers that God gave us. Let's first listen to this week's story. Instead of me reading it to you from the Bible, I actually found a video of the Bible story that we've been using right now in video form. So I'm going to have you watch it. Take it away.
Jesus chooses his disciples.
Jesus began to tell people about God. He knew he had a lot of work to do, and he went to find some helpers. As Jesus was walking along the seashore, he saw some fishermen. Jesus called to them,
"Come, follow me. I will make you fishers of people."
Right away, they left their boats and followed Jesus. Their names were Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Later, Jesus met a tax collector named Matthew. His job was to get the tax money from the people and give it to the king. Matthew quit his job to follow Jesus too. Jesus chose some more people. Their names were Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, and another man named James. Thaddeus, Simon, and Judas joined them too. Jesus now had 12 new followers. He called them his disciples. Jesus taught them about God's love.
Now that you saw that Jesus called 12 helpers or followers, or what we call apostles, another name for them are disciples. Yes, there's a lot of names for Jesus' first 12 friends. Apostles, disciples, helpers, followers, whatever you want to call them. The 12 people that Jesus had around him were people that were important to help him live his best life. He needed people to help spread the message of God and just to have friends around him. In the first reading we ever started reading, if you remember, Adam was created by himself, and God said, "It is not good for man to be all alone." So he created Eve to be with Adam, so he would have somebody and not be alone. Jesus also tells us it's not good for us to be alone. We must love God, and we need to have a relationship with God. But Jesus also tells us we need to have a relationship with other people too. We need friends and family and helpers. And today, do you know what the big name for some of those people are? The church. We have a Catholic church, a church where you can go to. People that you know believe in God and will love you. They are there to help support you and care for you. And it's your job too to also help support, love, and care for them as well. Jesus was our teacher when he was here on earth, and Jesus shows us how to live. Copy Jesus. Now that Jesus is not here on earth anymore, he has special people that can also show us how to live. They are called priests. And here at St. Anne's, here are some pictures of our priests that we have. We have Father Ray, Father Gabe, Father Robert, and Father Joe. These are the priests that you might see every single week, and it is their job to help lead us, guide us, and love us. If you are needing help or advice or don't know what to do, a priest is a great person to help you to follow God. Remember, it was Jesus who showed us how to live. Copy Jesus. And the priests are here to help us to do the same thing. They are here to be Jesus' special helpers. Remember, Jesus had 12 special helpers at first. Well, now he has thousands. Priests are all over the world, and they are here to help and guide us to follow God in the very best way. Okay, guys, well, that is our lesson for this week. Jesus had special helpers that helped him, and we need special helpers too. We need helpers from those who are in our church, our friends that go to church with us and follow and love God, and help from our priests who help us just like Jesus did to guide us the right way to love God. Do some of our fun activities this week about Jesus' first special helpers and followers, and about our church and our priests today. And we will see you again next week for our lesson. Bye-bye.